In times of difficult calamity, the one thing I've always learned in my entire life has always been to have a relentless positive outlook on life. You know, there's so many people that want to, it's almost demonic. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like a very demonic thing where there's people out there that almost want to destroy your willpower to live. It's the weirdest thing, man. I've noticed this with people. And me personally, I've never been this type. I've always been the type of person to help, right? I've always been the type of person to kind of teach people things. I've always been the type of person to instill and believe in the positive attributes of a person, right? I've always been the type of person to teach people stuff. I've always been the type of person to care for people, right? Whether it's through food or teaching people how to drive, small things, I've done whatever I could with what I've had. I've never had it myself, so I've always given back to the people that needed it. Nonetheless, I've learned that these people that try to demonize you, right, for, your ideas or your will or society, right, with the economic hold that it's having on people today, it's so important to have a relentless positive mindset about your life, your outcome, and then your future when the world tries to deter you and tell you that you will be nothing. And I'm going to teach you guys this mindset today, and not even teach it because I'm not better than any of you. I just want to share with you this wisdom that I've gotten in my years of life. There's so many people, man, that are going to claim that they're better than you, that they're smarter than you, that they think that they've got a better job than you, they got a better lifestyle than you, they've got a better upbringing or status, or they've done more than you, right? And the funny thing, right, for me, in my own opinion of assessing this, is I've realized that humans will always have some type of pride and ego that they will have to try to have fit and fulfilled through through proving themselves to other people. The first thing you want to understand is you have nothing to prove to anybody, right? Life in itself is about survival and self-mastery. I got nothing to prove to anybody, right? I don't got time to waste with people that want to try to prove stuff to me. I got nothing to prove. Building muscle mass is already hard enough as it is, right? It's super fun. I love fitness. I love getting faster, but guys, that process is hard enough as it is. Making money is hard enough as it is. You got nothing to prove to anybody. You got to go out there and become great. And that's the first thing. The second thing is, when people try to demonize you and your willpower or your accomplishments, the only thing that you need to remind yourself is, this is like in a sports analogy, right? The people that critique you the most are usually people just doing less than you, right? If you got time to critique someone else's performance and I didn't ask you for that, then you have a lot of time that you're putting energy on me or on you. I don't got time for that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't got time for that. I don't got time to put my energy on anybody that doesn't want me to give them constructive criticism, but there's a lot of people that do it, right? It's because there's a lot of haters in today's society. There's a lot of people today that are just hating on people, right? Hating on people, hating on society, hating on the work and the projects and the sheer desires for someone to become great. It's just so sad. It's sad. It's just borderline very sad to see. So in a world where the world is demonizing you for what you can't do, or how much you suck, or whatever else, right? Or someone downplaying your success, someone downplaying your ideas, right? If it's not coming from a constructive place, remove that thought. Guys, let me talk to you guys about the importance of seeing things in a positive mindset, right? It's like this is part of that. There's always going to be outside noise, right? That's coming at you at the end of the day in life, right? It's going to be negative family members, negative former friends, negative, it could be negative comments, whatever, right? Even yourself being negative to yourself. And this is why it's so important. It's so important that in that negativity, you have to find reasons to build a positive life. Right? You have to find the reasons to build a positive life. And this is why I always say, it's so important that you're disciplined in training and in the gym, because training your body teaches you how to have confidence in yourself. It teaches you how to build discipline, stability, tracking, meticulous performance optimization, and teaches you how to be hard on yourself. When you're lazy with yourself, you have no right to be hard on other people. And that's one of my most important sayings. If you're lazy with yourself, you have no right to be hard on other people, because you're not even hard on yourself to begin with. It's just the truth. And a lot of people are very lazy, but they have opinions on how other people should do things, which is so funny, right? They have no credentials, no experience, no real resume, but they have whatever reason to start spewing negativity. And that's the world that we live in. So you got to have a positive, resilient mindset, regardless of what people have to say. You got to have a positive, resilient mindset, regardless of what people think. You have to have a performance-based mindset and think, okay, how am I performing well today? How am I improving myself today? And remember that every single time that a YouTube video doesn't go forward, or a project doesn't go through, or something doesn't go through, you have to remind yourself that you're one step closer to success. All you have to do is refine your skill set a little bit more. Refine the skill set, refine the skill set, refine the skill set, embody the skill set, develop yourself a little bit more, cultivate a little bit more growth, cultivate a little bit more faith in God, right? And trust in God and all that, right? Trust in God in your story, even if it doesn't make sense. And in the spur of everything, you'll start to find ways to find success in your life. But how are you going to find it if you don't somehow believe that something great is going to come from your life? You got to believe something great is going to come from your life. You got to believe that something good is going to come from the very thing that you're building. You got to believe that all the training you're doing, all the studying you're doing, all the being silent and not causing harm to anybody that you're doing, all the kindness that you're giving to people, all the healthy eating, all the putting, whatever out on YouTube, it's bringing you one step closer. But how would you get there if you don't believe in yourself? How would you get there if you don't believe that something good could come from the growth that you're doing? How could you not believe that something great could come from the very existence that you're living? You're going to continue to be in this position of angst because you don't positively believe in the outcome of your life, and then that will force you to be negative. So you got to be positive in the resilience and in the case of calamity. This is why it's so important to be positive. Positivity is a plant growing where they covered it up with concrete. Positivity is finding joy when everyone else gives you suffering. Positivity is finding the key when every other key didn't work. Positivity is appreciating the successes of others and knowing that you can get success for yourself your own way. That is positivity. That is positivity saying, great job, you did that. I can't wait for when I do it, but I can appreciate that you've done it. A positivity is hoping that she has a great drive today and she has a great day, because I want to have a great day too. That's what positivity is, and you need to instill that when the world wants to give you negativity, man. The world will give you negativity. Lately, I've been getting it from people that I'm surrounded by, and it's just such a negative experience because negative energy spews negative. And this is why I'm very selective with who I hang around with and who I partner with and who I do business with. The people around me need to know how I'm wired. Right? I'm wired to see the good in things. I don't want to hear about the bad in things. And if we cannot improve it, if we can't collectively work together, that means that I can't work together with you. That means that we need to change. And everything in this life can be changed. Everything in this life can be improved upon. We are moving creatures. We are creatures that can assess things and evolve. And we can give love. So when there isn't that, that lets you know that you're in the wrong room. Think positive, folks.